Hi everyone. In real-world cybersecurity and SARC environment, we often see suspicious domains in logs. The challenge is how do we investigate these domains quickly and effectively? Okay. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use nslookup step by step, including interactive mode with the hands-on labs and real-world scenarios. I open my Linux machine. Okay. Here I used before move on to the hands-on labs. I tell you something. What is nslookup? nslookup stands for name server lookup. It is a command line tool used to query DNS servers and retrieve information such as IP addresses, mail servers, and DNS records. Instead of focusing on theory, let's move directly into hands-on practice. I open my Kali Linux and put the command nslookup. Okay. So I query the domain name google.com. I get the address. It means I queried. NS means to find the IP address of your domain. So nslookup is simple. This simple command helps to find the IP address of a domain. Here you can see google.com is with the IP address and with the IPv4 and IPv6 address also you have seen. And another command is called I want to do something specific query related with the domain. So A record means already we discussed in our previous video about A is it is used to find IP address. It means IPv4 address. So the same we are going to open here IPv4. This we are querying A record hyphen type equal to A the domain name and we get the IPv4 address. Okay, here we can v4 address and I query IPv6 means already you know. So now we get IPv6 address by putting 4 A's. Okay, I want to know the specific mail server means I put MX. Okay, it opens here. So this is next one is MX record. So MX record, this is the same command we have put in our lab. So you can see the mail server addresses with IPv4 and IPv6 address. This shows the mail servers for the domain. For a security perspective, it is very important. It helps to us if a suspicious domain has MS records, it can be used for phishing attacks. So this way we can find the suspicious records or suspicious like phishing attacks. Another one is called, next we move on to the important topic. Important one in NX means NS record. It means name server record. The command is nslookup space hyphen type is equal to ns google dot. It's a domain name. Scenario: if someone told me to find the in an interview, if you get a question like find how to find the DNS server using NS lookup means this is the way. So it helps us to find the DNS server of our domain. Okay. I simply put this one ns, so it shows the name server related with the domain. Okay, this displays the authoritative name server responsible for the domain, and the next one is called important txt record. So I will try this one. If it is exist, it will show. Otherwise, I will use another command to execute the output. So txt I put here. So it is none of the information I didn't get. I close it, and I was one more command. Already I have used it here. So you can see is the sum of the outputs Google to answer under the answer section. So docuzin. So these are the text information of the root server. Okay, txt records contain um, SPF and DKIM and verification data. It also helps to create security rules or security policies here. It also helps us analyze email security configurations. Okay. So the next one is so next we are move on to suppose some, if you want to know here, it means, so you can use this also ns1google.com. It also has the same txt files stored in the specific name servers. Okay, so here google.com is the domain name, ns1 is subdomain details. So text files are created on both txt files are created on both um, root domain and the subdomains. So this is the subdomain details. The previous one was from root domain. Okay. The next thing we are going to learn is reverse lookup. So it helps to find domain from IP. So if you once you put IP, you can get the related domain associated with the IP address. Okay. nslookup. So simply I put command 8.8. So this is the in address.r for name dns.google. So this is the authoritative sensors can be found from here. So this is the IP address. This is the DNS. It means name of the IP address associated with the input that we have given. It also we can say that it is a reverse lookup. This is a reverse lookup methodology help to are used to find the domain associated with an IP address. Once you get an IP address, you want to know what type of domain is related with it. So it helps to find the domain name associated with the IP address. Okay. Next we move on to interactive method. So this interactive method allows us to perform multiple queries efficiently. Okay. So still now we used a separated command for each time. Instead of that, we are going to enter interactive mode. So now I simply put nslookup. Here I will set type. I want a set type. I want to set this type. What information I simply put a and after that I query google.com. You can also practice this with your own. Okay, next I want to know, if you want to know another domain, no need to worry, no need to put the same command, just you enter the domain name. Okay, Gmail, I want Gmail means, so simply you can get the IP address associated with Gmail, and anything that you want to, any domain you can query using I tell you that cisco.com. So this way we can use a simple query, like a simple specific queries like IPv4 address, IPv6. So in previous session we discussed each and every time we put command, but interactive mode help us to find a specific domain details, nor specific details for all domains, many domains. We can say here I can put 3 domains I used here, google.com and gmail.com and cisco.com. So I get the IPv4 addresses of the domain that I typed here. Okay, this way you can get. So next one is a next domain. Okay, so a next domain is nothing but non-existent domain. We are going to discuss about this in our next video. So once you put exit, evacuate and back to our normal window. Okay, I want to know that the domain name exists or not. nslookup. So abcddomain.com. I want to query this domain is exist or not. Okay, so this, so you can get cannot find abc.com, no answer. So this is the important thing. So it is one of the main purpose of nslookup to investigate domain names. Okay, the next one is called how to investigate the mini investigation process using a specific. Okay, now I provide ns abcd.com. Okay, it does not exist. I put example.com. So example abcd is not available. Here you can see the nx domain is exist. Okay, so now I query using the same methodology that we discussed before. Type, so what information you need, I put mx. You query like this, so nothing found in next domain. So similarly you can use multiple ways to investigate particular domain using this. Nothing. So simply you get a next domain, a next domain, a next domain. So we are going to discuss about a next domain in our next session. So when analyzing suspicious domain, always follow a structured approach. First check the IP address and mail servers and TXT records. This helps determine if the domain is legitimate or malicious. Okay. So whenever you use a lookup, don't just run commands. Just what does this result mean? Why this is important? How would this appear in our SOC environment? How to use it in our real-time environments? Okay. So This is the commonly used in real SOC investigations. This is the key indicator of suspicious activity. So, in this way, this is how analysts work in a real environment. So, in this video, we learned nslookup step by step, including interactive mode and real-world investigation techniques. This is an essential skill for DNA analysis and SOC operations. In the next video, we will explore next domain patterns and DGF-based malware detection. Okay.